So ALS has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. My grandfather died of it when I was 4, so some of my first memories are of him in his wheelchair, and it was just always a part of our lives as one of his siblings after another continuing to get diagnosed year after year.
ALS is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it's a motor neuron disease, which over time you eventually lose all function of your muscles that move your body.
Between 1988, when Dad passed, and 2 years ago, my Uncle Mark passed, that was six siblings in that family all died of ALS.
When my uncle was diagnosed in 2011, that was when it really hit home, even more so. I'd always had a great relationship with my uncle, and he was one of my favorite people. So when he was diagnosed, it was really hard for us. And that was right around the time that we were starting to plan Bailbreaker. You know, one of the reasons we wanted to start Bailbreaker was really to connect hops to the end beer consumer and be able to do community events. Once he was diagnosed, I thought this would be a great avenue to raise money, raise awareness, see what we can do to help not only him, hopefully, but the generations to come in our family that have to deal with this. So I had the idea, let's do a party called Ales for ALS and raise money and whatnot. And that's kind of when my parents took it and ran with it, and have made it into something a lot bigger than we ever would have imagined.
We met with a friend of ours whose son has ALS and has had for, maybe 10, 11 years now. And they'd raised significant amount of money for this one organization, ALS TDI, which is a nonprofit biotech firm headquartered in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And their sole mission since inception was to find a cure for ALS, or at least find a treatment. And so we met with him, and he, I guess I'd say, really kind of inspired us to do what we could do to support that research. So the idea we came up with was to create a blend of hops and then donate that blend to each of the brewers.
Breweries all over the, now world, will brew a special beer. $1 per pint is donated back to ALS TDI, really just trying to find a cure, not just a treatment, but a cure.
So much hard work is being put into research, finding a cure, finding a treatment. I'm hopeful for myself and my sisters and the rest of my family. It's really encouraging.
But we feel very strongly that that we can be a part of finding a treatment or cure. And so I think that, I'm always proud of how the family has handled it. And the kids, then the next generation steps up and they're working, to help find that treatment or cure. We want it to stop in this generation if we can. If it shouldn't have to go on.